Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Gaucho's Stock Investing Shows, completely out of pocket to help put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, back again with only one boy.
Yes, Tyler is not here. He's currently in Detroit looking to relocate us because we are moving shop. We're picking up and we're going to Detroit. We got a fantastic building that we got for, I think it was, what, $20 or something.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
pretty exciting.
$5,000, no water or electricity. There's no windows or doors either, but it's a labor of love.
True, true. But in all seriousness, I'm Dave. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully everyone's having a great Friday as you are listening to this, or maybe a Catterday. Who knows? Who knows? But before we get started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all the love and support. It really encourages us to keep doing this, and thank you very much. So
Yes,
what
it
we got
definitely
first?
does. So on that positive note, we got Salesforce coming in number one. You may or may not have seen from the huge thumbnail, but they just announced they're going to be purchasing Slack for $27.7 billion. Woo! If you guys don't know what Slack is, it's just a work chat app that's basically specifically tailored for business, and they have topic related chats and like breakout meeting areas, kind of like Zoom does. But Salesforce that just acquired them, they're pretty much the biggest cloud computing company in the US and one of the biggest in the space. And this acquisition could actually triple their value if they play their cards right. Even though it's their largest acquisition that they've ever made, uh, a lot of the analysts are speculating that uh, uh, this could allow them to compete with Microsoft because Microsoft is trying to offer cloud storage, but with the business communication tools, could be a powerhouse. Might even be able to take on some of Amazon's products, with Amazon Web Service. So this one might be a new tech giant.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting. I don't know. It's always weird. I don't like the cloud computing services. I feel like they're kind of there's a lot of them, and I don't really know how innovative you can be in that technology. I feel like either you just offer more space or a cheaper price or something. I don't know.
I think it could just be also because they've been around the longest, and so they have the most clients. Because Salesforce has actually been around since the late '90s, so they were really one of the first to do it. And I think it was just right place, right time. They got in good on the technology. They had a really successful IPO, and their stock price is really healthy. So they've been making huge gains. They've been public since 2004, so definitely had a lot more time to raise cash than Fastly and
Yeah,
Cloudflare and stuff like that. So pretty
yeah, you're right.
interesting.
I was talking about the newer ones. I guess they're a little bit odd. I feel like a lot of companies now that we talk about on the biggest losers typically
Yeah.
are cloud computing, and that might be a little bit of foreshadow in the future. You stick around and check that out.
Yeah, they're almost all cloud companies. That's really funny. But I don't know why, Salesforce is like even more special over Snowflake. I guess it's just because Snowflake is newer and unproven, and they're not turning huge profits like Salesforce. I mean, if you ever got a question if they're making enough money, just look at that tower they got in San Francisco. It's pretty much a landmark. So yeah.
True, true.
Yeah, I think it could be a really interesting acquisition if people were to start taking on buying stock in that company. You think you'll do it?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't really know much about the cloud services, and I don't really want to invest in something I don't really know a whole lot about.
Why not? That's the
Plus,
best part.
yeah, I know, right? Just roll the dice and gamble, hope for the best, pretty much. But
That's exactly it.
yeah, but also like just like tech in general seems like it's super super saturated right now, and I feel like me and you definitely feel like this that there is a bubble, and I think it's definitely tech is causing the bubble without a doubt.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a lot of the other stocks, like utilities and travel, of course, travel, but typically, those ones are doing terrible right now. Other stocks as well, but tech is at like all time highs, like crazy highs, and that's what's propelling the the market really upwards.
Yeah, yeah. The Nasdaq is insane right now, and a lot of it is these. There's so many software as a service companies because honestly, pretty much anybody can do it. Like even if you're even if you're white labeling cloud data storage from other companies and selling it on your own, like you could probably start a cloud storage business in like 20 minutes. You just need a pretty basic website and a reseller account, and that's it. But it's really weird that um I shouldn't say it's weird. It's interesting that they've found success in this crazy market, but I'm pretty happy for them, but their stock is pretty hyped up just even since the beginning of the year, so I'm probably going to stay far away from it. I think the appeal, just last thing from me, is just that uh there isn't, what am I trying to say? You wouldn't really know about Salesforce or be paying attention to their stock if you're not into like business data and analytics and stuff like that, because that's pretty much what
Mm,
they do. So I think a lot of people are just learning about it and they think it's like a brand new, like the next big thing. But
the next snowflake.
yeah, exactly. But they don't realize, I mean, they've been around for over 20 years. So
True. So you're saying we're gonna print some puts for Salesforce to go to $1 by next week?
yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be more profitable to do calls because like everyone's like, "Oh, it's going to be bigger than Microsoft." I saw that article today. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but do you think the 2000, we'll say the COV, and you can guys can guess the rest, bubble is going to be bigger than the dot-com bubble?
Oh yeah, can't be saying that word on here, but I think it definitely will be. And I don't know if I sent you and Tyler the article, but I saw this yesterday, and it said that some of the market trends were hitting levels that were seen right before the big crash in 1929, like right before the Great Depression.
I think
So
so. If not, I think I read something similar to that. If you didn't send
yeah,
it.
yeah, and we're at that level right now, and then we've already been like over the level of the 2008 recession. So I'm a little worried. I don't know what's actually going to happen, but
Hmm.
yeah, I think something bad is in the future.
Yeah, there's all these metrics that people use to predict and kind of use to like help for like trends and stuff. They're not 100% accurate, of course, but they just
Right.
kind of give out general guidelines. And a lot of the metrics that people are using are pointing to, right before big recessions have occurred.
Yeah,
But
which
that,
is concerning, but not 100% accurate.
yeah, that could just be because earnings are so low for a lot of these companies that it's kind of inflating the PE ratio quite a lot.
Yeah, I saw some local businesses and restaurants in Arizona on the news last night, and they were like, "Yeah, our revenue's been down 75% this year due to the illness pandemic." So, uh, I think I think you're right on the money with the other companies being affected at a much larger scale.
Yeah, speaking of larger scale, we got some news on the OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and their allies. Can't forget the allies, of course.
True.
They just announced today that they're going to start in January, produce 500,000 more barrels of oil a day, which is a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah, so currently, as of right now, they agreed to produce 7.7 million barrels a day. So that's going to increase by 500,000 to go to 8.2 million, which is a lot. And for some reason, a bunch of oil companies went up today based on that news, which you feel like they would go down because that's overinflating supply. So, like, gas prices are going to go down, which is nice for us because right now, where I live, I fill up for about 180. It's pretty awesome.
That's it.
Talking trash?
No, no, I'm surprised because it's much cheaper than what I pay up here for gas. It's about well, if you go to Walmart, it's 205, but if you're
Mhm.
anywhere else, it's around like $2.30.
Oh,
So
dang.
quite a bit more expensive than an old Tucson.
Yep, the Tucson Raiders.
I know. Everything's cheaper in Tucson.
Yeah, but if you didn't know what countries incorporate or encompass the OPEC, we have Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Libya, Algeria, Venezuela, Ecuador, Nigeria, Gabon, and Angola.
Ooh, dang, dude. So, do you think that the oil is going to get cheaper?
Oh yeah, I mean, of course. If well, take that back. Actually, it depends on where we are in terms of defeating the evil virus.
Very true.
If we're fully over that hump, then I think gas will probably go up because people are going to start, using up more gas for business purposes, and the 500,000 barrels probably won't be enough to compensate. Maybe, I don't know, but it
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
know.
very good point, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think about the production slowing down and also the flights. You know,
Hmm.
there's a lot of fuel costs associated with air travel, so that's a big deal. But I saw the other day that the oil futures were going up a little bit and they were kind of propping things up, but it seems like it seems like people are just looking for something safe again, and they're just turning back to oil because it's traditionally something safe like silver and gold. So
True, true.
long term, I don't know, but right now you might be able to do some good swing trades on it just for a few days and then flip it off.
Yeah, that's probably true. So, you think we're going to be picking up some more USO like last time?
Oh, dude, hell no. I'm staying as far away from that as possible. That was that was one of the biggest mistakes, buying stocks next to what was it called? Steinmart. I had to sell that at a loss because they got delisted, and then Hertz was another mistake, but Aurora Cannabis was probably the biggest mistake of all. I'm still down like 80%.
Damn. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've had some big ones. Well, I've only had one big one actually, but it'll come back with time.
$4
I
million
just
dollars lost on Boeing.
no, I make money on Boeing. It's related to Boeing though. It's of course American, the great
Oh,
old American airliner company.
dang, dude, they made me a lot of money from March. It's disappointing. But the Boeing thing's a little foreshadowing for later. But
Ooh.
ooh, I hope that the oil's gonna get a little bit cheaper. I mean, not that the gas prices are gonna matter, but it might just help the production get up a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
We'll
Definitely,
see.
definitely, definitely.
But we got
Speaking of higher though,
yeah,
what
I'm
we
trying
don't
to
want to go
keep up in
higher.
this economy.
So we've been talking about this a little bit. At least I think we have. At least maybe me and Tyler have. I don't know if all of us were, but we're talking about payday loans. These places are, they're sharks. They just try to, they pander to the lowest of the income totem, if you would.
Yeah,
And I think it's pretty disgusting, personally. I
I would
think,
agree.
yeah, it's
It's
I
predatory lending for sure.
yeah, it's definitely predatory, and something needs to be done about it. And Nebraska went up to the plate and they hit these payday loans with a max on their annual interest. So now the max they can charge annually for interest rates is 36%, which is still a lot, but that's probably a little bit lower than some credit cards, I would say. Um,
Yeah, well, depends on your credit. I mean, when I had
yeah,
no
that's
credit,
true.
I was still getting like 25% APR, so 36% is still pretty high.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I've heard of some bad stuff, I guess, but I guess it's all dependent on situations.
That's a good point. Honestly, it'd probably be better to just borrow that money on a credit card at some point, because like it'd be way cheaper than these payday loans. That's what doesn't make any sense why people still do them.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just people don't have bank accounts.
That's true, because those places also do check cashing usually.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
they really screw you over if you have to cash a check with them.
oh yeah, you get killed. It's like 150% interest.
Yeah,
Walmart does it too. I mean, nobody's too good to make some money there, apparently.
it's pretty gross. But this reduces it quite a lot because the national average for these annual interest rates is over 400%, which is absurd.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a sad situation if you do need one. That's why I think people don't like to see payday loans going on because they do just prey on the people that are desperate for money.
Yeah, and what's kind of like disgusting is these companies are saying, "Oh, it's just gonna hinder the availability of equity to low income people." It's like, no, it's not. It's really not,
It's so stupid. I
because
mean,
then, because Nebraska is not the first state to do this. There's been a lot of other states that we'll read off later, but in these states that have done it, they've actually had more payday loans type companies set up shop than before.
yeah, probably because the people aren't taking as great of advantage. But I'm surprised California isn't on the list for regulating the interest rate. To be honest with you.
Yeah, so the list is Arkansas, Arizona, our good state, Arizona, Connecticut, Georgia, Maryland, Massachusetts, Montana, New Jersey, New Hampshire, New York, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Vermont, and West Virginia. So if your state is not on this list, to make sure to, call your local state legislator and let them know what's up.
Yeah, tell them Big Gaucho sent you. But for real, it's sad to see. I mean, at least it's a step in a better direction, but it's still I don't think they should really be allowed to operate at that high of an interest rate. I get that there's a market for it, but 36% is pretty insane because I just looked it up and the average loan term is like 2 weeks. So, I mean, you really need 36% of the paycheck.
Yeah, I know it's.
Somebody's livelihood. I don't know. Kind of bothers me.
I don't know, it bothers me too. I mean, just because there's a market for it doesn't mean you should be able to profit on it. Like you don't have people going around selling like heroin and stuff and meth, even though there would. Well, I mean, there is like illegally, of course, but there's not a legal method to do that.
Yeah, that's very true. But yeah, dude, if you're getting paid $800 for one of your paychecks and you need a payday loan and the interest rate is 400%, then over the term of the loan you pay back about $3,200.
Dang,
It's pretty messed up.
it is because people obviously aren't taking out those loans just for fun and whatever. They're
Yeah.
probably taking it out because they need to either pay rent like now or they need food like now.
Yeah, I mean, if you can afford $800 for to make up the cost of the paycheck being late, I mean, you obviously can't afford to pay back those loans. So that and title loans are probably the scummiest places that I see in like Phoenix and all those other cities.
Yeah, yeah.
They're pretty
I don't
much
know.
everywhere in Arizona, honestly. Every single city has them.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, it's not just an Arizona thing. It's an everywhere thing.
Yeah, yeah. Seems like every corner. Anyway, well, hopefully they're taking some good steps in that right direction, but Ryanair is also taking some big steps trying to get some new jets. Oh, that was almost a rhyme.
That
But
was.
yeah, we got the story coming in hot from Big Gaucho T Money Tyler. Uh, this is the biggest order since Ryanair has grounded their jets, and I guess the 75 jets will cost about $9 billion. So pretty good bankroll for Boeing. I read yesterday that they were actually doing a lot of carrying of the market too, which it's so weird that like three stocks are carrying the market so hard. But I guess they're getting a pretty substantial discount because it says here it could be up to 50% off of the list price. Ooh.
Dang, that's a steal. Maybe Ryanair is trying to do a little swaparoo on Boeing. They're gonna buy the product and then sell it when the market's high.
Yeah, they're just buying they're trying to buy calls like what's that like SoftBank did. They'll,
Yeah,
they'll just be the whale.
when the market gets high again after travel comes back, you'll just see Ryanair be like, "Hey, Southwest, you want some planes?"
I got that brand new 2020 Boeing Max jet. You want to buy?
But I mean, that's good. I think we talked about it at one point that Boeing was doing terrible. Like there was only, what was it, like like 30 or some planes that were sold throughout the entire 2020 just because of travel restrictions and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty miserable. At least like the 75 planes isn't huge, but at least it'll make it so they can keep workers on payroll and keep families getting fed through the holidays. So uh,
Hmm.
Ryanair is doing a bigger service than they realize for those people up in Washington at Boeing.
Definitely, definitely. Those making those planes is definitely a lot of work. It's
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
yeah, it's certainly not easy, that's for sure. But yeah, that's a very interesting story. If I'm ever in Europe, I'll make sure I go check out Ryanair, fly around on them a little bit because it's supposed to be pretty cheap to go in between the different countries in Europe.
Yeah, I never heard of Ryanair, so they're just from Europe, I guess. That's makes sense why I never heard of them.
Yeah, yeah, it's a European one, so it's very interesting. It's like you know how in Hawaii like they have to fly to the different islands, but like they're really cheap flights because they're right next to each other. It's like the same thing in Europe, but it's like the Spirit Airlines of Europe, pretty much.
Oh, okay, so you had those people in the back always making noise and throwing hands and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. There's no seats. It's just like handrails in the bus. You kind
Dude,
of kind of gotta hope they don't gain altitude too fast.
imagine if you actually got on a plane, there was just handrails.
I'd get off. I'd just be like, you know what, I can afford to drive, because like, dude, if you're like gaining like altitude that fast and you're like standing up, you'd probably pass out.
No, just imagine when
You
you
just fall in the
fall.
back of the plane. You're just like sliding and you like stick to the wall in the back. That'd be so funny.
Oh, you're talking about takeoff, yeah. No, I was thinking of
Oh, takeoff.
when you're descending, when you hit like turbulence or whatever, you just jump off the floor essentially.
Yeah, you jump, boom, like broken bones everywhere. There's like there's like elderly people on the plane just, just shattering all
Uh,
their limbs.
Geez,
But
shouldn't be laughing at that, but it's kind of funny.
yeah, you just you go hit. They just like have the trampoline parks, the like crash pads. They just like have that at the front and the back of the plane for takeoff and landing.
Oh yeah, they could just put trampolines inside the interior instead of like just trampolines.
We had to remove the luggage hold to get enough ceiling clearance.
They just have
Or-
trampolines everywhere. There's no handles.
Everybody has to check their stuff into like those cubbies. They're not allowed to have a suitcase anymore. That'd be
That'd be something.
nuts, dude. Yeah, I'd invest in Ryanair if they did that. But
I'd be too.
I know we said we weren't going to do any oil, but I might invest in some of these coal companies because uh, we might have two new additions to the Bankruptcy Boneyard very soon. Lighthouse Incorporated and White Stallion Energy Incorporated have just announced they're going to be filing for bankruptcy. Crazy.
Ooh, some new additions after probably over a month.
I know, and I forgot to put them in there today, but that's okay. Maybe we can add them in shortly here.
True,
But
true, true.
uh, maybe by the time you see this, they'll be in there through the magic of editing. Um, So it's Lighthouse Incorporated and White Stallion Energy. Lighthouse has about $456 million in debt, and White Stallion, White House has about 104 million. So, uh, even though White Stallion lost about 30 million this year, uh, Lighthouse is saying that a lot of people are saying that experiencing that the coal mines aren't feasible economically to operate anymore because Asia is not paying good prices for the coal and oil anymore. So, a
That's
little
very
concerning.
interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a main factor, but
I guess it makes sense a little bit because we don't really burn coal in America anymore just because it has more uh, pollutants than gas gives off.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. I don't really know what we'd be using for coal, but um, the main thing is just people want electricity and cleaner energy in their home and like, with offices, so people aren't really using like coal to heat stuff anymore.
True. That'd be kind of cool. Have like a little coal furnace in your living room or something.
That'd be so gross. It smells so bad. Just like tar everywhere.
Don't mind the tar, honey. It's nothing.
That'd be so funny. Or just a wood burning furnace or stove. That would be so smoky.
Those are cool. Those are cool.
What's like the smokiest wood? Like mesquite?
I have no idea. I don't think we're qualified to answer that question here, but we can just speculate.
Oh, I'm definitely qualified to not talk about that. But do you think this is a signal that the coal mines are going to get really bad? Because I know Kentucky is really getting hit hard. That's a big industry, and a lot of those old mining towns are turning into ghost towns recently.
I mean, probably. I think if not now, then in the future, I think it probably will be. Um, just because I do think there is a big push towards um, renewable energy, and I don't know if we're necessarily close to being able to achieve that right now, but in the future, 50, 60 years by now, I think we probably will be. And I think that'll be what we do. So I don't think coal or natural gas will be used for generating electricity anymore. We'll just use some kind of renewable source, whether that's, electric, hydro, water, or wind, or maybe even nuclear. I think nuclear is probably our best bet right now, but maybe,
Probably.
20 years by now, maybe technology will get better for some other method.
Yeah, it's really hard to say because a lot of it isn't economically feasible right now just because the technology is still new, so the cost is really high, but hopefully we can get on some of that soon. But I did a little research, and coal is actually used today in modern times for generating electricity, producing steel, making cement, and then just a fuel. And some thermal coals are used for steam power.
Ooh, a little
Yeah,
steam
so
engine.
yeah, really, really niche stuff now. Nobody uses coal.
That's interesting. I
Yeah,
guess it probably is a cheap way to make energy because most energy places they just use water and they heat up the water and make it into steam and that spins a turbine generating electricity.
ah. So you think, yeah, coal's probably a lot easier.
Yeah, I guess it's whatever is cheapest to burn because it's all they really needed for is to generate heat.
Hmm. Dave is now our resident electricity expert.
Definitely not, but we can pretend.
Well, we can also pretend that we're the best qualified experts for stocks. Just kidding, we definitely are.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
in that spirit, we got the biggest winners, the biggest losers, and the sleepers. So let's hit that intro. Lemonade, 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 lemonade.
Ooh, our favorite beverage and our favorite company, Lemonade Insurance, under the ticker LMND. The M and the N kind of messed me up a little bit there, but they're up 20.23% on the day, which is quite awesome. Actually, they've gone up quite a lot. So if we bought their IPO, we'd be sitting pretty happy. But we didn't because they sounded kind of stupid, and they still kind of sound a little stupid. But
They still haven't
I
made a
respect it.
profit.
Yeah, but we don't care about profits anymore. It's all about speculation.
Yeah, it's really facts. Honestly, it's kind of a mess, but hopefully they'll continue to go up if anybody is still a shareholder in that company. Just pray and
Yeah, pray for the first earnings to be positive.
I know, right? But we also got Snowflake stock coming in hot. I know we were talking about kind of getting a little bit screwed over on that one, and by us I mean just me.
Sold a little bit too early there, champ.
I know. I know, man. I messed up big time.
I guess it happens, but yeah, Snowflake went up 16.13% on the day. And if you don't know, Lemonade is an insurance company, and Snowflake is a cloud computing company.
Dang, man, that'd be pretty dope.
Pretty dope, pretty dope. Let's see the losers.
Uh-oh.
So
Uh,
first
what's the
first
first one?
we got Splunk Incorporated. Weird name, but it is under the ticker SPLK. They are down 23.25%. Yeah, so they're just a cloud company like Snowflake, but they posted terrible earnings and they went down quite a lot. So I guess that's what happens. You drop 25% pretty much in one day because you have bad earnings and you're a bad company. So yep, that's all for that. Number two, we got
well, it's funny because we were just talking about how Salesforce was stupid, and now we're like, oh, here's another example of a cloud company that sucks. Which is pretty funny.
Yeah, you got a lot of these companies and they all kind of do the same thing. So
Definitely
they
do.
gotta fight to the death. It's like gladiator times.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing all these cloud companies in the Coliseum.
I know, right? I think who would win? Who would win out?
Probably Joe.
Joe Mama. What about Area Pharmaceuticals Incorporated?
This is getting ridiculous.
They're down 8.13% on the day, and they are, as the name implies, a pharmaceutical company. So they're developing antiviral therapeutics for SARS, hepatitis C, and I don't really know this one, dengue fever. I've never heard about it until just now.
I've never heard of that either, and I thought you were the medical professional, the licensed, board certified medical professional, PhD, MD.
One day, not the PhD part, but one day I'll get there. Not today, not tomorrow, but one day I will be. But yeah, I looked it up, and dengue fever is I guess it's mosquito contracted, and from what I read,
Like malaria.
yeah, but it's not as bad. Malaria is a little bit different of a disease. From what I read, a lot of the symptoms, most people don't even really display symptoms, and people who do display symptoms, it's usually mild.
So like Lyme disease.
Kind of, it's like flu-like symptoms where you get fever, muscle ache, joint ache, you just don't feel good.
I'm just relating it to all these things that are like not really related, but it just sounds like I might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just fake it till you make it. The good old-fashioned saying.
Pretty much. Oh, just a quick update. Big Gaucho Tyler, he might be flying home from Compton early. I mean Detroit. So we might catch him when he gets home at the end of his flight. Just stay tuned for that.
Ooh, you think so?
I think so. I think he might pop up sooner or later.
Well, I guess we'll have to see after we look at the sleepers. What do you say?
I say that sounds good. Sleep, 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 sleep,
Sleep,
sleep,
sleep.
sleep, sleep. First we got ExxonMobil. Pretty much what we were talking about a little bit earlier. The oil stocks are carrying the market now. Exxon's pretty much bulletproof. That's all we got to say on that one. Pretty self-explanatory. Blue chip, 10% dividends.
I like it.
Very solid investment.
Yeah, I don't fill up there, but it's good. I like it.
Yeah, they don't even have Exxon in up in the valley. It's pretty much just like in Tucson and other places.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. I guess I've lived in Tucson for quite a while now. I'm kind of transitioning to become a Tucsonian.
God, he's getting a little too accustomed to it. Gotta snap him out of it. But speaking of cats, number 2, we got the Kroger Company. They got about 2,700 grocery stores in the U.S. Their biggest brands are Fry's, King Soopers, Smith's, and Ralph's. If you're in California, Fry's is my personal favorite for groceries and gas. It's very good prices.
Definitely. I like Fry's. I started shopping there. I used to shop at Albertsons exclusively. But then recently I made the transition to Fry's and I like it. I like it a lot.
I do too. I got no complaints, but it sounds like in a couple seconds, Tyler is returning from Detroit.
Hey, what's up, Big Gaucho? It's your boy Big Gaucho Tyler. We back.
You're a little late for the intro, but how was Detroit shopping for abandoned homes?
Oh, it was rough. $20,000 was a bit of a bargain, but I had to negotiate. The guys were kind of ghetto out there. One thing led to another. There was a gun, there was some
Oh
booze,
my god.
and then I don't know what happened. I blacked out for a second, and then I signed my life away for all the houses at full price. So
Oh, dude, that sounds dope. We thought you got a better deal than that, but it's okay. We're just glad you're here.
don't worry, I'm gonna sell it to the city, and we're gonna bulldoze everything.
Jeez. Hopefully we got that block of houses of historic only buildings for $20,000 to tear down.
Heck yeah.
Yes, sir. What's this last one we got over here?
Oh God, we got Bed Bath and Beyond coming in hot in last place. Pretty good high risk, high reward stock. They have major financial problems, which means they could get a pretty big pump and dump going. So I'd say just hang on for the ride and see what pops up.
Yes, sir. We need to become famous Redditors so we can just post on Wall Street Bets and get everyone to follow the hype if we have like 10,000 upvotes or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to get into a stock pump.
Yeah. So the next big bust by the SEC is probably gonna be on some like 30-year-old in his mom's basement on Reddit.
Yeah, he's got like 20,000 upvotes about pumping Tesla.
Oh my.
Hey man, I mean, there's like over 1 million members on that subreddit. It could happen.
It could.
It very well could happen. But what else could also happen is that inevitably we'll end up doing a sponsored ad read for Anchor because they're the best podcasting solution platform out there, and might make $1 by the end of the year. No, I'm just kidding. Might make 15 whole dollars by the end of the year. So
Let's go.
Let's hit that ad.
ad. Oh boy. We did have some additions we were going to put up to the Bankruptcy Boneyard, but went over that. We'll get them next time, Captain.
Yes,
still
sir.
still have not eaten a Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah. Never will.
Never will. Just don't have them here. But Tyler took the dub today. I think that's the only reason he came on is because he wanted to claim his victory.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to be there the whole time. Just want to let you guys know that I have finals week and it's been rough. So I currently have a three article, 3-page summary that is in the works currently and is due at 12 o'clock today. And I only have 2 done. So got to sacrifice a little bit for the Gauchos, got to make an appearance. But with that being said,
nice excuse for going to Detroit.
Yeah, that's why. I think he's gonna drop a little bit. I'm thinking 29,744.
29,744. That's pretty respectable.
It is.
Wait, didn't we close at like 900 something today?
Yeah, little dip.
Interesting.
Sleep.
Well.
Wait, was that late? Did I miss that too?
Yeah, you did.
Just saying.
Yeah, you came in at the third sleeper.
So, number 1 for sleeper stocks, Exxon Mobil. What did y'all talk about that? Is that a buy or what?
Bro, just listen to the episode when it comes out.
I'm low-key thinking about buying some, I'm not gonna lie.
Of course it's a buy.
Yeah, 10%.
I'm going for
divvies.
30,000. Boom.
30,000. Holy crap.
30,800.
Wait, Tyler, you said 744.
Yeah.
Wait, can one of you text my number for me? Because I can't do it on my laptop.
Yeah, sure. You're excusing, but okay.
No, I'll get to it later. Actually, no. I got it. I can do it myself. I'll do. Wait, you said 744, Tyler?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, you guys are putting me in a tough spot. I'll do 29,696.69. I got it. I can do it on my watch.
Interesting numbers.
I like it.
Thank you guys. Try my best. kind of a wild ass guess, but I think
Ooh,
that's what we're all doing right now.
violation.
Who?
I think it's you.
How? Was I
It's a
that slow?
29,744.
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah,
is a
yeah, you're right.
violation.
Wait.
Throw him out. He's gone. Disqualified. 1 game suspension.
Dang it, dude. All right, I'll fix it after the show.
1 month suspension.
29 644.69420. There you go.
Love it.
All right. Well, while we're doing a bunch of wild guessing, you guys will just have to come back and see who took it and who didn't. But we want to thank everyone for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send an investing tip. We might play it on the show. Tyler, hit that disclaimer right on time.
All right, big gachos. Quick disclaimer because we love disclaimers. We are not licensed brokers, and everything is said on this podcast is our opinions from our experiences. Please, please, please do your due diligence and invest safely. Know what you're putting your money into because we are not liable for any lost gains, and we are directly liable for all major gains because we love to make money with y'all. And, we're big gauchos. And with that being said, we are growing every day because of y'all. Please continue the support and love. We love doing this, and I hope you guys enjoy it. With that being said, please like and subscribe. David, let the viewers know. I don't know if you're up top or on bottom, what the the Instagram is.
Yeah, so the Instagram is at Big Gauchos. So come over and check us out. We're posting new stuff daily. You want to make sure you follow us now before we get super big, and then you don't have the clout. If you join early, you're a real one. So make sure you join early. Send it to your friends, your group chats, your grandma, your grandpa, maybe your teacher. I don't know. Okay, cool too. So yeah, do that. And thank you very much.
Depends on the teacher, but yeah, don't let your friends bully you for being a clout chaser or a hype beast because you tried to get in on Big Gauchos too late. Make sure you're an OG. Send us $200, and then while you're doing that, you can check us out on all streaming services. We're on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, Google, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Overcast, or add us to any RSS feed application so you can listen to us wherever you go, at work, on the way to work, at school. I don't know. Who cares? Everyone has AirPods. You can pretty much listen to it anywhere. Make sure, especially if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating 1 to 5 stars. We do not accept anything less than 4.5 stars. Leave us a rating or a review. Tell us who your favorite Big Gaucho was or what you'd like to see on the show. Anything else to add, boys?
Yes. At the 100th episode, Tyler's going to be opening a first edition pack of Pokemon cards live.
Holy dude, I have having a ridiculous amount of Pokemon cards. It's ridiculous. I'm still trying to buy some collections. Dave, talk to your sister.
Dude, that'd be so dope.
I'm offering top dollar for her collection. I'm willing to even throw some boxes of my Pokemon cards for it too. What I'm saying? Sweeten the deal.
Not bad. I like it.
Yeah. Also, one more thing. It is my beautiful girlfriend's birthday this weekend, and Dave, I'm gonna be coming up to the Bahamas to visit you and her.
Ooh.
Shout out to Lady Gaucho Dulce. Happy birthday.
Lady Gaucho.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And one last thing, as soon as we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to get a first edition Charizard card, and we're going to light it on fire live on YouTube. So
oh my God.
Make sure you stay tuned for our PR stunt. And good night from Arizona. I hope you made some money today. Peace.